Today, I'm going to show you how I pushed to top 5 in the world with classic LAVALOON. If you guys enjoy the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaisaka coming in first game. Let's see what he's got for me. I think we're already going to have a good matchup because he doesn't have the pass Royale, and that's just... I don't know, maybe it's a conspiracy theory, but let me just say I had no pass Royale on my mini account end season last season, and I bought the pass Royale and I won 12 games in a row. So do with that information as you will, okay? But Barb's first play, typically the best first play to start off with. If your opponent has an evolution, they'll typically play that as soon as they can as well, because whoever can get their evolution down first is typically at a big advantage. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing recruits in the back first play more. But yeah, I'm not worried about taking a few hits from the barbarians. 500 damage from the barbs is very, very takeable at this point to start a lava push. And so here, he definitely doesn't, he might have fireball, but he definitely doesn't have enough elixir to go fireball. So barbs are fine there, and the goblin giant actually gets no hits, okay? The problem is, in the future, we're not going to be able to do that because he won't be doing those pushes, I think, again. So we're going to go balloon because, ooh, this is good. So I think we can just go ahead and... I don't know. I would rather, like, I know fireball is a really, like, safe counter to the barbs, but I'd rather just never fireball the barbs. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. I don't feel good fireballing the barbs just because I feel like if you can defend with troops or stuff, it's better. And also, I wanted to play defense with 2 cards there, the tombstone and the zap, so that I could get back to barbs. Because if he has a faster cycle since he has like the bats and the spear goblins. So if I play more cards than I would usually play, I can get to barbs faster. And so we're gonna start up a mega minion in the back. Actually, yeah, we'll start a mega minion in the back. I think we're just going to sack this Goblin gang. It doesn't do that much damage, especially with the King Tower helping out. So we're going to start up a push, and now we're back to Barbarians. So that's good in case he... Yeah, so it kind of forces him to go start up a push in the back. I'm thinking... Okay, that's just a good fireball value because he doesn't have like a big air counter. He's running this Goblin Giant Double Prince bait deck. Sadly, he has arrows. Usually this deck doesn't have arrows, so we would have got a ton more damage there, but he does have arrows, unfortunately. But our barbs shred. We're down 600, though, so we're going to need to make a comeback. Now, this is going to be a little rough because anytime he goes with like something in the pocket to stop our tombstone, it's going to be hard to defend his Goblin Giant. So yeah, we're going to have to fireball quickly on the barbs to keep the Goblin Giant targeting the tombstone. And now we're going to have to barbs as quick as we can. An important thing to note when you're facing Goblin Giant, you got to be careful about the spear goblins. So you always got to pay attention to what the spear goblins are locking on to. And so here, this is good because the spear goblins would have targeted the tower, but they didn't because the barbarian came back. So we just avoided taking any damage because we were careful about the spear goblins and what they locked onto. So I'm just going to sack these 2 spear goblins in order to... Wait. Yeah, I knew he thought I was going lava there. I thought for a second, I'm like, wait, I forget. He has Evo barbs, so we absolutely do not want to be going lava at 7 at any point in this matchup. So I'm going to wait just a second to see if he puts his bats down. He doesn't. He fireballs last second, which is good for me because we're going to get a barb swing. And, ooh, we get 2 barb swings. Jesus. Okay. That was good. We got Death Bomb as well, so now we just need to cycle 2 fireballs. I got to be careful, though. I got to be careful because I don't want to overcommit because he has barbs, and the only way to instantly kill the barbs is with fireball, but we're going to be able to get Death Bomb pretty easily there with a nice timed zap, and that'll be GG's versus a tough Goblin Giant deck. Fireball arrows, definitely not the easiest deck, so good W. Defuse from We Snipe Crybabies, which is a new clan, which I believe this guy named Clutch has put a bounty on Awake CR's head. So if you snipe Awake CR in that clan, you get paid. So, I mean, hey, okay. My question is, what the hell did he do to the community to make, like, within a couple of hours, a full 50-member clan dedicated to sniping him, and they literally ran him off the game. He hasn't been seen in 3 days. How does that happen? Like, what do you do to people that make them want to do that to you? Like, I guarantee you, like, it's got to be his fault. Like, so he gotta have done something, bro. That's just ridiculous. But anyways, Defuse is running classic bait, which is really bad matchup for me, so that kind of sucks. But I'm thinking I can outplay this guy just because I don't think he's on the level of like a couple other bait players, like Dybala. But yeah, basically, the whole goal here is to either cheese value out of the barbs or the skelly drags. And so I'm going to try and take out this princess as soon as she walks up with the mega minion. And then we'll wait for the Tesla to lock onto this lava, and then we'll go drags. It's important that you wait for the Tesla to lock on first. He's going to go knight, and he goes knight to block. We're going to go balloon opposite lane here in just a second to force out his rocket. And then he's not, the only elixir he's going to have is for a goblin gang, and we're just going to zap it. Goodbye. Tower gone. Thank you, my friends. That is how you deal with log bait. Obviously, what people will do is not princess in the back. Good bait players never princess in the back in that situation. I think they usually knight goblin gang or just knight, because the whole goal is to force out elixir from me so that I can't do that. The only reason that worked is because I had enough elixir to do all that. Because if you think about it, like, if I have to spend any elixir on defense there, I can't do what I just did. Because I spent every bit of my elixir trying to get that play to work. So, yeah, I mean, from here it's just playing like 45 seconds of defense. That's going to be easy, light work. But I hope you can see what happened there and kind of like how you want to bait. And you're going to be able to beat tons of like low experience bait players. Just like I'm not saying Defuse is like horrible, but he's definitely not on the level of like top ladder bait players. And I know a lot of my viewers, you guys, are probably not facing top level bait players. So you're going to be able to implement this kind of strategy against a lot of the bait players, if not all of the bait players you face. And of course, every game is going to be different, which is why you have to go in with the goal of getting this push down. Like, I want to be able to get this push down. And just try and set yourself up to do the play that I did against Defuse. Because we won and we steamrolled him. So, pretty good win, man. YT game over, you son of a... Bro, oh my god. You don't get it, guys. He is notorious for starting handing me on stream. He wins versus me every time on stream, not because he's better than me, but because he's starting hands me. And E-Golem in the back, it's a nightmare. And I hate this guy, and I have a personal vendetta against him, so I'm going to be putting him down here today. And it looks like, sorry, voice crack, stuck for Allah. It looks like he's playing the new E-Golem deck, which I'm actually a fan of. Like, I don't think this is a worse matchup than the other E-Golem decks, because I think E-Golem players are idiots. Like, personally, I just think they're idiots. So I don't think I don't think they have very many game knowledge. Like, they don't really think before they do things. They just kind of like they just kind of play like, you know, that meme of the little I don't even know what you call it. It's like the little animated thing, but it's a little drawing of like a guy drooling, putting like one of a cube play thing in a circle. You know, it's like this guy drooling. He looks like he has like some sort of issue mentally, and he's putting a square. Like, there's a picture of a circle, a triangle, and a square inside a box. It's like one of the things that the kids play with, and you have to put the things in the boxes, and he's putting the wrong thing in the box because he's an idiot. That's YT game over. I would say usually don't hate the player, hate the deck, but you've got to be a certain level of like of just pain and trauma and suffering in your life, your past life, to be like playing E-Golem. Like, you wake up in the morning and you decide, I'm gonna play E-Golem. Do you not understand why I hate this deck, guys? Do you not understand? Because, like, you plop the thing in the back, you shove everything behind it. If it works, you 3-crown them. If it doesn't work, you lose. How is that? Like, oh, I'm sorry. There's a little split lane pressure by going barbs at the bridge opposite lane, but like, bro, and then you just spell the counters, like, and then you rage because your push isn't enough already. You gotta rage it. Like, Oh my god. And he has a balloon. What do you have a balloon for, bro? What? Genuinely, what the hell is the balloon doing here? In case you didn't know, that position actually makes the balloon target the other tower. So, good luck to game over. He's just as bad as the 40 other times I've faced him. But this time, we got the better of him, and we literally steamrolled him. So, that's a good feeling, man. It's always a good feeling to absolutely steamroll an E-Golem player. SKXOPX Sam. I still don't know how to pronounce his name, so I just call him Sam. Like, I don't know what XOPX Sam means. Like, I just don't. But I do know that we're going to put him down. So Mega Minion is a typical good... It's not a great start, but it's kind of just a good response, I guess. Skelly Dragons. I don't really have a good hand here for dealing with a cannon cart. He fireballs that, but he misses the Mega Minion, so we're still able to kill the cannon cart. So I think that's good. Typically, after the opponent uses a big spell, I will always go lava. And typically after they use a pressure card, I will also go lava. So if he just went cannon cart and fireball, so I feel like it's safe to go in with lava. I have no idea what this guy has. Okay, this is weird. He recruits E-Wiz, cannon cart, fireball, mother witch. Like, if I had to guess, this is some sort of like fireball bait deck. But with cannon cart, I don't know. It's just weird. Because I'd figure in these types of decks, people run flying machine, but... That's why at the beginning I thought it was like mortar bait, but apparently it's not. So, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. He has ghost too, so this is just weird. Ram Rider, what is happening? Okay, well, tombstone is good because the Ram Rider wasn't charging, so it spends a little bit on the tombstone. And now we're just going to, I think, zap here because we're going to... Yeah, okay. Okay, that worked. We're up 1,000 damage. That's good. What do you do here? Okay. I was thinking I was going to respond to whatever he played. But, like, in certain situations, if you don't, like, have a good card to play, and you're, like, up in damage, you can just sit there and wait for your opponent to play. Because if they're not playing anything, that's not your problem, that's their problem. Like, they're at the disadvantage for that. So, I think... It's good sometimes if you don't know what to play, as long as you're not leaking Elixir. That's the biggest thing I see a lot of people do as new lava players. They leak Elixir. It's not good. Don't leak Elixir. Because you're throwing away your advantage. Like, you're just giving them, like, hey, you want to win this game? Here you go, you know? So don't leak Elixir. But lava is good at the bridge here because he used his recruits, so we're not down Elixir that much. Plus, we only need 500 damage, so that's good. And we kind of nullify his recruits in the left lane from the Mega Minion. And I can kind of sack a little bit of cannon cart damage because it's a full HP tower. So I don't really care if I take like most of my tower down to this cannon cart. A good fireball here and a good zap here. Okay, well he was supposed to... Please! Okay, good. He was supposed to, you know, hit and turn uninvisible so the Mega Minion would hit. But whatever, good W. Kedweezy from Beetroot Juice. Typically known for bait, I think. Like, okay, I stand corrected. I have no idea who this is. Okay, so Pump and Rage. Guys, what do you think this is? If it's not E-Golem, I'm donating $500,000 to Supercell, bro. If it's not E-Golem, I swear to God. Because there is no way in hell that the Rage E-Golem night... Yep, nope. Looks like my money won't be going to Supercell today, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay, so this is a typical good play against E-Golem. The E-Golem variants that are going around right now don't have much in the way of air counters. So you can just go solo balloon a lot of the time as long as you have zap ready. Because they typically... This is a good fireball, by the way. You typically want to fireball pumps if you are given the opportunity to. So he gave me extra value there, so I definitely wanted to take that. But yeah, you usually solo balloons will get a lot of value because you want to save most of your elixir for defense, which is why you don't want to try and go LAVALOON when he goes E-Golem. Or when he just has E-Golem. It's just not a good play because you need all the elixir you can get to play defense. And so here we're just going to take the tower with a balloon. Like, there's no way he can deal with this. He can't fireball and take. He can't Goblin Gang. I don't even know if he has Goblin Gang, but he can't Night Witch. Yeah, he's trying to start up a push in the opposite lane. The thing is, we're going to take out his pump. Okay, so we bat out a fireball. Like, and now defense is easy. That's the biggest thing. You want to bait out fireballs and you want to go with solo balloons. That's the biggest thing in this matchup, I think. Because you have 2 units that are going to teeter on the edge of being fireballable. So you want to fireball bait with your barbs and your skelly drags. So make sure you play your skeleton dragons in a way where they can only die to fireball. That's a big thing in fireball bait matchups. If you how are you dealing this much godforsaken damage? It's a 1 HP Night Witch and 4 blobs, bro. My god. Okay, I'm sorry, dude. That's just ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. Why are you I can tell this guy's not very good. Fireball baiting, ladies and gentlemen. Fireball baiting. In any matchup where your opponent has fireball or no like way to kill your dragons without spelling, you always want to, please place the barbs, you always want to be able to basically play your skeleton dragons so they don't get killed by their troops. So always play them behind something or just take the opportunity to fireball bait. What do you like in this matchup? I probably want barbs more than skelly dragons, so I will play skeleton dragons to try and get my opponent to fireball them and then abuse the barbs. So that's typically how I win these types of matchups. Hope you enjoyed the push today. Have a great rest of your day, guys.